Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Realme GT Master Edition versus the Oppo Reno 6 Pro. And the Oppo Reno 6 Pro is powered by new MediaTek Dimensity1200 Ultra processor with a 12 GB of RAM, while on the Realme GT Master Edition we have a Snapdragon 778G processor with 8 GB of RAM, and both phones is also manufactured in Pakistan. And the Oppo Reno 6 Pro back is made up of plastic, while the Realme GT Master Edition we have a leather type finish on the back, which is only available in the grey color. Another color is give you a glass back, and the frame of the Oppo Reno 6 Pro is made up of aluminium. No information about the Realme GT Master Edition. On the bottom we have headphone jack on the Realme GT Master Edition, which is not really available on the Reno 6 Pro. So in this video I'm going to show you how much difference between the Snapdragon 778G with the Realme UI, Dimensity 1200 with the color OS. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Let's see which one is going to be the fastest one. And this is not a head-to-head speed test, but I want to show you that how much difference between a Snapdragon 778G versus a MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chipset. Again, we have Android 11 on both phones. We have a ColorOS version 11.2. I would say it is very similar on both phones. No difference there when it comes to booting up. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these devices. On the Realme GT, we have a 6.4-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, while on the Oppo Reno 6 Pro, we also have a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, not a 120Hz. Also the Reno 6 Pro is give you a curved display, and you can see also the Realme GT Master Edition is costing around 67,000 PKR in Pakistan market, and the Reno 6 Pro is costing around 1,10,000 PKR in Pakistan market. Again, not a head-to-head speed test. And guys, everything's closed up in the background. No application is running in the background. Also, we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Now let's see phone dialer. That is little more faster on the Reno 6 Pro. Again, we have different animation on both phones. Now let's open settings, and that is exactly the same. Now let's go to the display, and you can see we have 120Hz refresh rate on the Realme GT Master Edition versus a 90Hz refresh rate on the Oppo Reno 6 Pro. Now check out some more application. Amazon shopping, and it is a little more faster on the Realme GT Master Edition. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is fees on both phones. Not a huge difference between 120Hz and 90Hz. Very hard to tell which one is 90Hz and which one is 120Hz. Now let's open this. Again, it is very similar. Now let's see some games application. Now let's see that how much a difference between a Snapdragon chipset versus a MediaTek chipset, which is a 1200. Now let's opening up the Candy Crush Saga. That is exactly the same on both phones. No difference there. Also, we have single speaker on both phones. So here is the speakers of the Oppo Reno 6 Pro max volume. Now let's see the speakers on the Realme GT. And I would say that the speakers, it is a little bit better on the Realme GT, if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Now let's open Instagram. Little more faster on the Reno 6 Pro. Now let's see pin out, and that is a little more faster on the Realme GT, if I'm not wrong. Now let's open Snapchat. Exactly the same. Now let's see Spotify. Very similar. Now let's see Subway Surfer, and the Subway Surfer a little more faster on the Reno 6 Pro. Yes, it is a little more faster there because of the chipset, and you can see about 1 or 2 second difference there. Now let's open the Temper N2 on both phones, and the Temper N2 faster on the Reno 6 Pro as compared to the Realme GT Master Edition. Reno 6 Pro a little more faster there. Oppo Reno 6 Pro, it is about 1 or 2 second difference there. Now let's open the PUBG Mobile on both phones. Last game application we have, and the Realme GT Master Edition a little more faster there, while the Reno 6 Pro is taking a lot of time. I don't know why. Again, Again, we have smooth graphics with extreme frame rate on both phones. Now let's opening up the tutor, and the tutor little more faster on the Reno 6 Pro. Now let's open Zedge, and the Zedge faster on the, it is little more faster on the Realme GT if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Now let's see the scrolling. That is again very smooth on both phones. 120 Hz versus 90 Hz, not a huge difference. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones. Default camera application. Now let's see that which one is going to be the fastest one. Little more faster on the Reno 6 Pro as compared to the Realme GT Master Edition. Okay guys, now let's see internet browse speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on both phones. Now let's open wikipedia.org, and little more faster on the Realme GT. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is smooth on both phones. 120 Hz versus a 90 Hz. Now let's open this English. It is also very similar. Let's see the scrolling, no issue whatsoever. Next on the list is the apple.com, and apple.com faster on the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G. Let's see the scrolling. Again, very smooth on both phones, no issue whatsoever, and both phones also support 5G as well because we have a Snapdragon 778G 5G processor. And guys, now let's see RAM management on both phones. We have a 12 GB of RAM on the Reno 6 Pro 5G, while on the Realme GT we have 8 GB of RAM. Again, we also have a 3 GB extended RAM feature on both phones. Now let's see that which perform good in the RAM management. Now let's open phone dialer, no refresh. Now let's see settings, no refresh. Amazon shopping, and Amazon shopping refresh on the Realme GT. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh on the Realme GT. Instagram, no refresh. Let's see pin out, same result, refresh. Now let's see Snapchat, no refresh. Now let's see Spotify, the Spotify refresh on the Realme GT. Now let's see Subway Surfer, and the Subway Surfer refresh on the Realme GT. Now let's see Temper Run 2. Now let's see PUBG Mobile, and the PUBG Mobile is got refresh on the Realme GT. Now let's opening up the tutor, no refresh. Zedge, it is a in-app refresh. And last we're back to the internet browser, that is refresh, yes, on the Realme GT Master Edition. And guys, over I have to say regarding the app's opening speed, as you can see that, and the Oppo Reno 6 Pro is perform more faster as compared to the Realme GT Master Edition. In the game app loading time, I would say that in system-based application and both phones is perform very similar. In terms of the RAM wise, and the Oppo Reno 6 Pro is perform really good in the RAM management. Not a single refresh on the Oppo Reno 6 Pro, while on the Realme GT we have a lot of refresh. I have the RAM management will improve with some software updates in the future. And thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G versus the Realme GT Master Edition. Again, on the back we have 64 megapixel main camera. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.